What's an app? Have you ever considered this question? If you have pictures on your phone in multiple places, chances are you have multiple apps on your phone. In addition, you may have pictures on your computer or even in cloud based solutions. These are all programs, and I'm here today to kind of explain the lowdown on all of them so you can kind of keep track of what you have where. I'm Mollie Bartelt, and I own Pixology, and our team here is thrilled to help people figure out how to save their photos the right way the first time. We want to avoid anxiety, stress, overwhelmedness, all those things that drag us down and make us dread looking at our pictures. So, if you need a resource, see the links below. We've got a few things that might be helpful for you. And if you think someone else needs this information, give the video a thumbs up. All right. I want to let you know that normally we do these programs on Thursdays at noon Central Time live, but I am out of town with some friends on a girls' trip. So today, if you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comments and then we will respond to them a little bit later this week. And if you have an idea for a program and you would like us to dive into it, you can let us know that as well. So I think about apps a lot because my clients have pictures in multiple apps. But what is an app? I have a definition here that just goes into it a little bit more detail. It is a set of programs or instructions designed to perform a specific task on a computer or mobile device. App is abbreviation for software application. But these days, we're actually using it generically for any type of program. I hear this, apps are being used interchangeably in conversation. Usually, I think software developers, and if you are one and you disagree, let me know. But I think usually app is referred to the things that we are downloading on our devices, our smartphones, and our tablets to do things for us. So I think of an app on the phone, but we need to be talking about computer software and web based programs too, because they all seem to work together. We're going to compare software apps and web-based programs, and you're going to want to start writing down how many places that we talk about you have pictures stored in. Okay, the first thing is we have computer software. So this is the set of programs, data, and instructions that is stored on your hard drive. Remember 20 years ago when computers were first getting big, I do, you'd get your discs and you'd install your programs. It was a big deal. Today, we're downloading software to our computer and then installing more often. But this is the way life worked for us until the last couple of years, where I have observed that more people are kind of drifting to using their phones to do more of their work. And I don't know if that's a good idea. Computers are so much more powerful than what you can put on a phone. So I teach, especially with photos, that you're going to want to organize and curate your pictures on your computer. They have faster processing power. You can use your computer even if you're not connected to the internet. And you can complete tasks more efficiently, quickly, getting it done, much better than you can on a phone. It helps you also organize and manage data. It's easier to type things on your computer than it is on a phone. And I don't know, I think it's just a better solution for managing a photo collection. There is software, obviously, for photo organization. You can edit the dates, the keywords, and captions. You can change the appearance and crop pictures. You're better able to view your collection when you use software on your computer. And often these softwares will automatically back you up to an external hard drive. Some examples of software include Adobe Photoshop Elements, Forever Historian, Mylio. Microsoft Photos on a PC, and Apple Photos on a Mac. I want to caution you on these programs because people tend to start using them. They might be good for a few weeks or a few months, but often I see my clients, forget to go back into the programs, and then they don't remember what they've done. These programs add a step in with the whole photo organization process, and it's a complicated step because you have to learn the software. I put a little note here that we don't use these programs. We actually organize in folders. And if you want to know more, I have our masterclass on organizing photos once and for all. In the link below, you can see more about that. So you can be aware of software that's out there. You might even have some installed on your computer, but don't forget how folders can help you with saving your pictures as well. Next up, we're going to talk about mobile apps. These are software programs obviously designed to run on your smartphone and tablets. Usually they're much simpler. They are, just a fraction of what would be installed on your computer. But these apps are getting a little more sophisticated. I know the Apple Photos app has AI assisting with and that's artificial intelligence assisting with object recognition and actually giving you links to look up from your pictures. So things are evolving fast. All right. The apps on the phone are easily downloaded and installed. And of course, when we carry our phones around with us all the time. So it's easy to access and quick to get to our pictures. And if we need, our internet connection is usually, we're usually connected now. It's so easy to share photos between family and friends because we can text them, we can message them, we can WhatsApp. There's so many ways to share pictures now on a phone. It is much easier than on a computer. I will give you that. The other, or I guess the last point here is it's so convenient and it requires very little time commitment to work with your pictures. I actually think that lulls us into a false sense of security because we have our phone and we see our pictures there. We think that we actually don't think. I think we don't really think about doing much more with them because we take our pictures and then we move on to the next thing that we're looking at on our phone. And after time goes by, you have so many pictures, you actually are spending more time scrolling through your phone to find a photo that you're looking for. That, I think a little more thought needs to go into saving our pictures from our phone to our computers. That's just my 2 cents worth. There are app stores, and it used to be we just had Google Play on an Android phone and the App Store on an iPhone, the Apple App Store. And I think people pretty much understand how to get apps from there onto their phones. These days, I'm seeing other devices have app stores like Amazon TV. You can download photo apps from there to your TV, as well as Roku TV and Xbox. So the technology just keeps rolling along, and we're all just trying to keep up with, how we can look at our pictures in different ways. The example I just wanted to point out of a mobile app is Google Photos. Obviously, Android users, when you take pictures, it automatically goes into your Google Photos app, and then you can back it up to Google Online. Google Photos is available for both Android phones and iPhones, okay? So people who have an iPhone like me sometimes inadvertently install Google Photos without realizing it. And now their phone has their pictures in two apps uploading to two separate websites. You could be someone who's got the trifecta going and have Amazon photos installed as well and have it going up to Amazon. So that's why we need to keep track of the apps that are on our phone and where our pictures are being saved to. So with talking about these online backups, that brings me to web-based programs. So these are any software that's hosted on remote servers and accessed through a web browser. So you have to have an internet connection and you can access the programs from any device. Usually it's easiest on a computer, and sometimes you can access it through your browser on your phone, but then you would most likely be using the associated app, which we'll get to. So, web based programs are like Netflix, where you can watch movies in the cloud, and Yahoo Email is a web based program. You have to log in and then get your email, and you can reply and do all sorts of things there. When you have web based program, usually you have a username and a password, so your information and your photos would be saved into your account. The benefits of web-based programs is you can pretty much access them on any computer with an internet connection. I think sharing can be easier than from the computer. Maybe as easy as sharing from your phone, but actually, there's nothing like texting someone a photo, and you can't do that through a web-based program. You don't have to install anything, and then you can run it on any computer. And I actually said that bullet point already. The web-based programs often are inexpensive. So, like Google Photos is $1.99 a month, I think, for 100 gigabytes of space. Um, they're often inexpensive. So when you have something that's free or inexpensive, you have to remember that you're the product. So for people who use Google Photos to back up their pictures, or even Amazon Photos, all your pictures go up there, and there's nobody like individually looking at your pictures, but all of the information in your pictures is being data mined. Maybe not overtly yet, but I think it could come. Think about what your pictures tell about you and your life and your shopping and your preferences. Um, I think that you're sharing a lot about your life. So I hesitate to use these kind of programs for my photos because I would like to have a little bit of privacy. And maybe not yet today, but not too far along in the future, we'll see more artificial intelligence working in our photo collections, like Apple Photos, where you can have, like I did. I had a puppy, and the app let me click on the puppy and find out what breed, and all of a sudden now, I could have pet products being advertised. Who knows where it's all going to go? So, if it's free or inexpensive, you need to think about that. Now, I think I have an example here. So, iCloud Photos is an example of a web based program. All right. The pictures get up there because people with iPhones are uploading pictures to there. They're backing them up. Or people who have Mac computers are backing up those photos to iCloud. All right. If you are a PC user, you can actually go to iCloud.com and log in. So when you log in, I have a simple screenshot here of the program, the web-based program, and you can see there is not a lot of options of what you can do with your pictures. So it's simple, but if you need to download a bunch of pictures, you could do it this way. And a lot of people don't realize that they can go right to iCloud.com and see their collection. We like to recommend Forever, which is a web-based program, and you can store, organize, and share your photos online. But Forever also promises to migrate your pictures and video and documents to the newest technology for your lifetime plus 100 years. And if you want to know more about Forever, I've got a link below that would give you a free intro account to just see what it's like. In a nutshell, computer software lets us access advanced features even when offline, and your computer is just much more powerful to work with your pictures. Apps are convenient. You can access your photos on the go with your phone, and that's great. Web-based programs offer flexibility where you can access your photos from any computer with an internet connection. The trick of it is when you have one program that is offering all 3, okay? So, we've talked about these 3 different types of programs. Many of the software developers out there have a version for all 3. So, I made this chart so that you could see how they can all be interconnected. This is where things get exponential and a mess in managing digital photos. The first column is the program name. And then I have listed in the PC software column, what if you can what you need to run it on a PC. I have the version for Mac, and then I have the version for the mobile device, and then we have the web-based program. Okay, so Dropbox and OneDrive are other cloud-based services that help you back up your pictures, and people have had that over the years. So I have had clients who literally have 10 or 12 or more different places they have pictures. All right. Some people have multiple accounts with the same company. One of my clients had 6 Google accounts. So she had to log into each of those accounts to get her pictures out so they could be consolidated and deduplicated. You have to be so careful with this. All right. And I would strongly recommend checking out the masterclass information below. It's free and it might help give you some ideas on how to, start untangling all of the pictures from these apps and softwares and websites. That is pretty much what I wanted to cover in this What's an App program. So if you have questions, please leave them in the comments and we will be happy to address them, in the next few days. Thank you so much for joining and we will see you the next time. Bye-bye.